Vergissmeinnicht by Keith Douglas, 1920 to 1944. 3 weeks gone, and the combatants gone. Returning over the nightmare ground, we found the place again, and found the soldier sprawling in the sun. The frowning barrel of his gun overshadowing as we came on that day. He hit my tank with one like the entry of a demon. Look, here in the gunpit spoil, the dishonoured picture of his girl who has put Steffi, Vergissmeinnicht, in a copybook Gothic script. We see him almost with content, abased, and seeming to have paid and mocked at by his own equipment, that's hard and good when he's decayed. But she would weep to see today how on his skin the swart flies move, the dust upon the paper eye, and the burst stomach like a cave. For here the lover and the killer are mingled, who had one body and one heart, and death, who had the soldier singled, has done the lover mortal hurt. Okay, so this poem is Vergissmeinnicht. Okay, this is German for the flower forget-me-not. Okay, a forget-me-not is a flower that is the symbol of loyalty, of remembering someone. Don't forget me. Yes, forget-me-not, and it's a little blue flower, which is representative of love through difficulties, love when you're apart. Don't forget me when we are apart. Yeah, and this is the idea. Okay, this poem is by Keith Douglas. Let's see. Keith Douglas came from. He's a British war poet. He came from Tunbridge Wells, and I think he grew up near Guildford. Unfortunately, well, he was killed during the Second World War, during the invasion of Normandy in 1944, and he's considered one of the war poets of the Second World War, carrying on in the vein of the war poets from the First World War. Yeah, and he was killed very young as well. Let's see. I think he was given a place at Merton College, Oxford, but that was in 1938. So it was a very difficult time. Okay, so what's this about? Well, this poem is about some soldiers who returned to a place where they had a battle, and they find a dead German soldier, and they find a picture of his girlfriend in the place where he was fighting. Yeah, and on the back of that is written Vergissmeinnicht, forget me not, don't forget me. And the poem's about the futility of war, the fact that good people are killed for no good reason, and the pointless loss of lives. So 3 weeks gone, and the combatants gone, returning over the nightmare ground. Okay, so this is 3 weeks after the battle, and they go back to this place, and they're looking over the ground where the nightmare of the battle occurred. So this battle was clearly a nightmare, and a lot of good people were killed. We found the place again. So we found the exact place where we were fighting, and found the soldier sprawling in the sun. So sprawling is lying, yeah? And at this point we don't actually know that he's dead. Yeah, he might be lying in the sun, sleeping. Or that's the idea that's given. The frowning barrel of his gun, overshadowing. As we came on that day, he hit my tank with one, like the entry of a demon. So, okay, the barrel of his gun is overshadows the place. It says that this soldier hit the tank the author was in during the battle, and that's the barrel of this soldier's gun is the most important part of the place. It's the major thing there. And as we came on that day, as we moved towards him that day, he hit my tank with something from the barrel of his gun. And this was like a demon, a devil, entering the scene. Look, here in the gunpit spoil, the dishonoured picture of his girl. So now they're looking in the trench, in the hole where the defence was dug, the defence for the gun was dug, and there is the photograph of his girl, of his girlfriend, who is dishonoured. She's dishonoured by his death. Yeah, it's just lying there on the ground, but now her boyfriend is dead, and she's put Steffi, so she's written her name on the back, and she's written Vergissmeinnicht, forget me not, don't forget me, in a copybook Gothic style. So she's written it very carefully, yeah, in a Gothic script. So Gothic, well, a Gothic style, a Gothic script. It's this is the idea of a Gothic, the idea of a horror story, and really this is because her boyfriend is dead. This man is dead, and he has her picture, but well, he is no more. We see him almost with content, abased and seeming to have paid. So we are almost happy, but almost happy to see him put down, to see him having paid the price for fighting against us. Yeah, we're almost happy that he's dead, but not really. There's this nagging feeling at the back of their minds, and he's mocked at by his own equipment. So it's like his equipment is mocking him, because his equipment is still hard and good. It's still great. It's still in good condition, but 3 weeks have gone by and his body is decaying. He's rotting. So his equipment carries on without change, but he's gone. He's decaying. His body's rotting away. But she would weep to see today how on his skin the swart flies move. So she would cry today, she'd be very unhappy to see how the black, the dark, swarthy, the dark flies move on his skin. Yeah, because the flies are on him because he's dead. And the dust upon the paper eye. So there's dust over his eyes that look like paper, and the burst stomach like a cave. So maybe he was shot in the stomach, but his stomach now looks like a cave, and I think the flies are eating a cave in his stomach. And this is a very ugly scene of death. Yeah, dark flies are on the body. Yeah, his eyes look like paper, and his stomach is a hole like a big dark cave. For here the lover and the killer are mingled. So the lover, the person who loved Steffi, and the killer, the soldier, they are mixed. They are the same person, who had one body and one heart. So they are one person, the lover who loves Steffi, and the killer who is fighting against us. And death, who had the soldier singled, has done the lover mortal hurt. So death, who had singled out, who had decided that this soldier was going to die, yeah, the killer, has destroyed the lover, because the lover and the killer, they are one body, they're inseparable, and now they are both dead, the lover and the killer. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Vergissmeinnicht by Keith Douglas.